Can you identify the sound? Yeah, it's another season, and it's another dead float switch on our sump. I'm going to leave the link in the description down to a video that I did last year, which was the boat flood that we had down here because the old float switch died down here. So water overflowed, and there was a lot of water in there, so I had to dry it all out, take all the tools out, blah blah blah. You can watch that video, you're going to see for yourself what was involved. But it was just a matter of a simple float switch. So guess what? Yeah, last weekend was our first weekend. No, sorry, was last weekend our first weekend on the boat? No. Okay, well, yeah. Well, last weekend was our second weekend on the boat, and last weekend was the first time I was going to use the shower. So I went in the shower, and I was just starting the water, just getting the water running and getting it warm. And I thought to myself, I should check the sump to make sure that the float switch is working, the pump is working, that all is running happily. Well, guess what? It wasn't. So now I am replacing another float switch. Luckily, we didn't have a flood this time. I caught it in time. The float switch was working and not working, so whatever, just cheap stuff. So I found a set of actually 2 online at the Amazon Jungle Store. So Anchor Girl ordered those. Yeah, so this comes as a set of 2, which is a good idea because in all likelihood this new one is going to fail. But so I have it hooked up and it's running. I just got to mount it in there. But of course, these simple jobs, there's always something. Yeah, it should be a simple job. Yeah, pull out the old pump, change a few wires, have a few laughs.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
But of course, not everything is as simple and as laughable as that. I'm just going to show you what I'm up against. A good thing and a whatever thing. Now, these float switches have a brilliant feature that the last 2 did not have, and that is that the base is removable. So it's just a matter of screwing it down into the sump. And then if I have to replace the pump, there's just a couple of little clippy doodahs here that I pinch, and then the pump will come out. So easy peasy, right? Well, again, not everything is as easy and as peasy as one would expect. So the mounting areas are just slightly off, a millimeter or 2, which means I can't drive the screws straight down into there. So I'm just reaming out these brackets just a little bit to make the screws fit, and it will not impact the operation of the pump because this doesn't operate anything. It's just the mount, and it's still going to be center to that opening, so it should be all good. Okay, with that LED light out of the way, and that's why it's flickering. It's just, again, like I told you in the past, just different hertzes or frame rates or whatever. So that bracket is now screwed into place. This should just snap in there. A drum roll, please. Stop it. So it's all back in there, and this thing is just clearing this little baffle, which is a good thing. And let's give it a dry run with some water. Let's see how this works. Okay, she's working. It's coming right to the high water line, so I just got to put a little bit of silicone or some goop around there just to make that waterproof, just in case we don't want any overflow. So that's about it. Okay, put this lid back on. That lid goes like it did. A couple of screws down and call that one finished. So if you're in the market for a spare float switch or a new one or whatever, I'll leave a link in the description to Amazon. This is a made by Land Ho, and it comes as 2 pieces, and you can see it says this is a set, do not separate. So package of 2, and I think this was around 50 bucks Canadian, which was not too bad. And at least now if that one that's in there dies, it'll be a lot simpler just to unsnap it, and then 2 screws, or sorry, 2 wire connectors, and that'll be everything. So that's it for a real simple one. Hopefully I don't have to show you this again, and hopefully that will last me at least a couple of years. I'll keep you an update. I'll let you know if that one ever craps out, and just give you a timeline. In real time, this is May of 2024 that I am filming this, so fingers crossed. Yeah, so that's it for this one. I'll look for your comments, and okay, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Remember, keep your shoes on.
Karl, schießt den Fenster.